Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 1990 Vauxhall Lotus Carlton. Now this is a upgraded version of the Vauxhall Carlton, or the Opel Omega, depending on where you are. But yeah, it was produced between 1990 and 1992, with 950 made, and yeah, it was upgraded visually and engineering wise to set it apart from the standard Carlton. And visually it has a rear spoiler, vents on the bonnet, Lotus badging, a body kit and wider wheel arches. And engineering wise it's been upgraded quite a fair bit, as well as a lot of upgrades on this car, but I'm not going to go into detail on everything. But the main thing is it's got a bigger engine, going up from 3 litres to 3.6, straight 6 engine, and it now has 2 turbochargers on it and an intercooler, which produces 379 horsepower and 419 pounds-feet of torque. So yeah, that's a massive improvement over the most powerful Vauxhall Carlton you can get by well over 100 horsepower, and obviously those turbochargers add a ton of torque, which yeah, helps this 3,641 pound car go really rather quick, far quicker than any other sports saloon of that time, certainly quicker than any M5 from before or in the near future to this car. But yeah, it does also have its problems. I mean, the fact it looks still pretty much like a Vauxhall Carlton is not a good thing, because it's hardly a good looking car, and yeah, as much as they try to dress it up and everything, it still does look very ugly. And interior wise, it's really rather dated, as you'd expect for a car from 1990. It's just absolutely showered in buttons, and yeah, not very organised, and really rather bland and ugly. But because it is based on a car that is, you know, supposed to be a mass seller, and it's really rather practical, as you can see. Plenty of room in the back, and plenty of room in the boot as well. So yeah, this is as fast as it is practical, and yeah, it is very fast. So yeah, this car is only sold in one colour, Imperial Green, which outside of anything under direct light looks black. So yeah, quite frankly, I would rather they had gone for the colour scheme that they used on the Ford Lotus Cortina, which is like white cream kind of colour, with then just some you know, green lines along the side. But nonetheless, it's still a solid colour, and it's, you know, British racing green essentially. So yeah, I'm all on board with that. Nonetheless, let's get out onto the open road and see what it can do. So, like another British-made twin turbocharged 6-cylinder engine car, this did not sell as well as, you know, Opel had hoped. They planned to make more than 1,100 of them, but they only made 950, like I said. And yeah, that's pretty much just the same fate as the Jaguar XJ 220, because they're both, you know, like I said, twin turbocharged 6-cylinder engine cars, but because of the recession of the early 90s, nobody was either interested in buying a really rather expensive Jaguar or a near 50 grand Vauxhall Carlton. So yeah, didn't sell anywhere near as much as he hoped, which makes this really rather rare. Even back in 2007 these were going for around £20,000, so yeah, I can only imagine that they're even more expensive now, especially since this is a really good performance car as well as a practical saloon car. And yeah, this really showed BMW how to, you know, make a sports saloon, because this could do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, 0 to 100 in 11.015 seconds, and going to a top speed of 180 miles an hour. Now you compare that to a 1988 BMW M5, which, yes, granted it is 2 years older, but 2 years really isn't a massive difference, to be honest. And yeah, that 88 M5 could only do 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds, 0 to 114.5 seconds, and going to a top speed of 159 miles an hour. So yeah, this far and away outclasses it. Granted, the BMW does look better, and the engine is a bit more exciting because it is only naturally aspirated, but this, in terms of handling and performance, far outclasses the M5, and it doesn't really get any better with the 1995 M5, as this is still quicker than that, and also a better handling car as well. So yeah, really like this car. No, it doesn't have the best looks. Yes, it is based on a really rather ugly and crummy Vauxhall, but what Lotus did with it was really rather ingenious, to be honest. And yeah, Just show that, you know, if you give them enough money and time and a basic car, they will make a really good car out of it, just like they did with the Cortina back in the 60s. They did it again in the early 90s with this. So yeah, now this is obviously not new to Forza Horizon 4, it's been on plenty of Forza games before, but yeah, thought it was high time to review this car, as it is a classic. It is something that plenty of people would like to own, and yeah, easily one of my favourite four-door sports saloons out there, and yeah, glad it continues to be a presence on Forza games, and yeah, really had to review it considering we are in a game that's set in Britain now, and this is, you know, a classic British performance car. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.